In the late 1960s, Northern California was paralyzed by a string of brutal nighttime attacks. A mysterious figure was targeting couples parked in isolated, pitch-black areas. Typically, crimes like these fit a predictable criminal profile. A predator strikes in the dark and uses that cover to evade detection, doing everything possible to remain invisible to law enforcement. But whoever was committing these murders actively craved the spotlight. The moment the violence ended, his pursuit of an audience began. He fabricated his own brand. He demanded to be called Zodiac and designed a chilling crosshair symbol to serve as his personal signature. Rather than hiding his tracks, he sent encrypted puzzles directly to the police, openly daring them to stop him. By weaponizing the press to broadcast his actions, he turned his crimes into a morbid, interactive public game. Victims who survived the attacks described an unsettling demeanor. The killer spoke with a remarkably calm, measured voice, showing absolutely no panic or rush while carrying out the violence. At a daytime attack at Lake Berryessa, he arrived wearing a bizarre executioner-style mask emblazoned with his crosshair symbol. The physical violence was a precursor to widespread psychological terror. He used major regional newspapers as his personal megaphone to amplify the fear across the entire state. This is a handwritten letter the killer mailed to the press, demanding his messages be published on the front page. He specifically wrote, "I like killing people because it is so much fun," a clear admission of his complete detachment from human life. The deliberate use of a branded costume, specific symbols, and press demands reveals his true priority. Establishing a terrifying public persona mattered more to him than the murders themselves. He mailed these complex ciphers to police as an intellectual challenge. The first was cracked not by the military, but by an ordinary couple reading the newspaper. The translated code revealed his delusion. He believed he was collecting victims as slaves for the afterlife. He then escalated his performance. He introduced a new, far more complex master code, claiming they contained his true legal identity. For decades, FBI experts, professional hackers, and amateur sleuths ran supercomputers and analyzed patterns, trying to crack this final, infamous puzzle. Every attempt failed to extract a usable name. With the master code remaining a mystery, the killer's self-proclaimed identity stayed locked away. As long as the symbols remained uncracked, the investigation had no definitive path to an arrest. Then, the killings abruptly stopped. Despite a massive, highly publicized police presence across California, the Zodiac seemingly vanished without a trace. This official SFPD wanted poster shows two different composite sketches of the suspect. The conflicting and vague descriptions provided by witnesses ultimately hindered the manhunt, leading the investigation in hundreds of different directions. Investigators are left with a few primary theories. He may have died suddenly, ended up in prison for an unrelated crime, or simply chosen to stop killing and live a normal life in plain sight. Law enforcement built strong circumstantial cases against several prime suspects over the years, but they could never establish definitive proof to charge anyone. He remains the most vocal and brazen serial killer in American history, yet no one knows his true identity. The case has outlived its own era. By providing so many clues but never the final answer, the Zodiac left behind a mystery that continues to be analyzed decades after he went silent. And maybe he lived out the rest of his days quietly watching the world try to catch him. Do you think the Zodiac Killer's true identity will ever be discovered? Let us know in the comments.